Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are making tripe, aka matumbo. As you can see, mine is nice and ready and boiled tender. If you go ahead and purchase yours, just make sure you clean it well and give it about 1 to 2 hours for it to cook well and to be nice and tender and soft for you to finish up this process that you're about to do. So let me take you through the ingredients so that we can get started. So for our ingredients, we have matumbo. This is about 500 grams. We have 2 tomatoes, 2 onions, 2 cloves of garlic, salt, you season to taste. I have 2 Maggi cubes. I have tomato paste, of which you'll need about a tablespoon. I have nutmeg. I went for it because of the nice, strong, rich scent. And then mixed spices to just balance the smell of the matumbo. So yeah, let's get started. So we'll start by preparing our tomatoes. With the tomatoes, what I like doing, or what I prefer doing, I prefer blending them. So I'll just cut big chunks like that. Because I'm using a hand blender, I prefer hand blender for all reasons, because I'm not going to add water. I don't want the extra water in the tomatoes, because with extra water, it takes a long time to cook. So I'll just cut into big chunks like this. Yeah, and then with my garlic, I am going to crush them. So I'm just going to break them like that and put them in my mortar and so that's nice and ready. And for my onions, I'm just going to cut them into nice juliennes because I want them visible in the matumbo, so I don't want them too tiny. So now that this is ready, I'm going to blend the tomatoes and I'll be showing you how they'll be looking like when I'm done. So as you can see, my tomatoes are nice and blended. This is how it should be looking. It should be fine. If you don't have a hand blender, you can also use the normal blender, but just put a little water. Don't put a lot, because if you put a lot, it will take a long time to cook. So everything is nice and ready. My garlic is also nice and ready, onions, everything. So now we are going to start cooking. So now my FRY is getting hot. I'm going to put in about 1 tablespoon of oil. The reason I'm using less oil is because already matumbo has oil of its own. So I'm using just a little bit of oil. So I'll wait for it to get hot. And then once my pan is nice and hot, I'll start by frying the matumbo. So we're going to give it about 10 minutes to 15 for it to get the nice color. Okay, now that our matumbo is nice and goldish in color, and as you can see, it's having a lot of oil. It's not like I kept a lot of oil. Already the matumbo has oil, and the more you fry it, the more oil is extracted out of the matumbo. So now I'm going to add in my onions. And then I just mix everything together and then give it a minute or so for the onions to sweat. So I like cutting my onions this big so that they are visible in the matumbo. They actually just makes it look nice. And it's my choice. If you want the onions smaller, you can fine chop them. It's also an option, but this is what I prefer because this is what I like. So just keep stirring the matumbo, because now you don't want it also to stick down on the pan. But if you're also using a non-stick pan, well and good. If you have one, if you don't have, if you're using a sufuria, the normal sufurias, just keep on stirring them. So the reason why I prefer my onions in the matumbos to sweat, because I want that aroma of the onions to infuse with the matumbos, and I don't want them to get burnt, because I want to feel the taste of the onions as I eat them once they're ready. And then for my garlic, as you can see here, what I've just did, I've added about 2 tablespoons of water, which I'm going to mix with the garlic. This helps the garlic not to burn very fast, because already the pan is hot, and I want the garlic to also release all those aroma to infuse in the matumbo. So I just add in about 2 tablespoons of water, and then I add once my onions are nice and ready. And this way you can get to smell the aroma of the garlic. Therefore, now the aroma of the garlic is overshadowing the smell of the matumbo, which is a good thing, because there are people actually who don't like the smell of matumbo. So all now you can, like the aroma right now, it's more of garlic and onions. So I'll let the garlic cook until the water I've kept in dries up, and then you're going to move on to the next ingredient. And remember, keep on stirring your matumbos so that the garlic doesn't get burned, because once the garlic is burnt, it usually have a really bad smell that I don't like. For me it's bad, maybe someone else prefers otherwise. So now my garlic is ready and cooked, and also cooking the garlic for a few seconds, it helps once you're eating, your mouth won't remain smelling of garlic. Next, we're going to have our blended tomatoes. So I like it in this puree form. And then before I mix everything together, I'm going to add in my tomato paste. And then from here, just going to mix everything. So with the tomatoes, you're going to give it a few minutes, about 5 to 10 minutes for the tomatoes to cook. And while the tomatoes are cooking, I'm going to add in my cubes. You just crush two inside, like that. And then I'm going to add in a pinch of nutmeg for the aroma. And then I'm going to add in the mixed spices. Then I'm going to mix everything together like that. So I'll let it cook for about 5 minutes for the tomatoes to be nice and ready. And then once that is done, I'm going to show you how the tomatoes will be looking like. So as you can see, my matumbo, not mine, matumbo is nice and ready. And now I'm just going to switch off the heat And I'm going to use a few capsicum, the green ones, to just garnish like that. So I'm going to let it sit and rest as I prepare my ugali and mboga. But all in all, it's ready. I don't like it with stew, but if you prefer stew, you can just add in about a quarter cup of water and let it simmer for like a minute, and then it will be ready. If you don't like stew like me the way it is, so just leave it like that as you prepare the rest of the stuff. Or you can just leave it the way it is. So mine is ready. You can add in some chilies if you are a chili lover, but because I'm having kids in the house, I can't be able to make it a bit spicy, so I'll do that on my plate. So this is done. So guys, as you can see, it's ready, and I am serving mine with some ugali, some spinach, and matumbo. So as you can see, it's ready and delicious. I can't wait to dig in. I hope you enjoyed spending time with me, and I'll see you next time. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment. Bye.